Ciao everyone, it's Alyssa coming at you with another slow fashion video. This week I'm diving into the process of decluttering, minimizing your closet. This can seem like an absolute nightmare of a task that a lot of us don't want to do, so I'm offering some easy tips and questions that you can ask yourself that help you decide what stays, what goes, and hopefully that this is a process that you can end up really integrating into your lifestyle. Assessing your closet on a regular basis is something that can slowly and eventually lead to a well-edited closet full of pieces that you actually do wear all the time. So let's dive on in. I would recommend starting off with a little bit of research. There are so many closet audit and closet cleanse guides out there. Keep watching this video, don't get me wrong, but definitely watch other YouTube videos, do some research online, and pick apart the pieces that work best for you so that this becomes a process that is realistic for you to do on a regular basis. I would say at least twice a year, and that is something that becomes enjoyable. This is more of a lifestyle choice and not so much something that you can, one and done finish and everything's sunshine and rainbows. It does take time and it does take patience and a little bit of effort. So when it comes down to actually going through your closet, I would definitely start off by setting aside a little bit of time during your week or the weekend that you know you'll be able to come at your closet with a relaxed and happy mindset. I think this is so important, especially if you are someone with a very large closet and you've accumulated all sorts of things over time. And also at this stage, I think it's really important to start off by reminding yourself to be kind and compassionate with yourself. Certain things might not fit anymore, or you might feel really guilty for spending a lot of money on a garment that you only ever wore once. This is totally normal, happens to all of us. I am speaking from experience. So try and be kind and compassionate. It'll make the whole process a lot easier and more pleasant. When you're ready to actually dive into your closet, try and visually divide your closet into sections that you're going to tackle one at a time. My closet is already divided into sections. I have all of my shirts together, dresses, skirts, pants, and sweaters are folded. However, if your closet isn't like that, try and either visually create sections, whether it's the lower hanging rod or the higher one, or maybe it's a set of shelves first, and then move on to each section. This not only mentally helps break the task up a little bit better, but it also allows for some flexibility. For example, if you have a really big closet, you might not be able to get through all of those sections at once, but at least it means that you're not going to feel as though your closet has vomited itself all over your bed and now you have to clean it up. Handling it in sections makes it so much easier to digest. I am using a lot of not so flattering metaphors. I will try and find some more pleasant ones. Once you've divided your closet into sections, the next step is to set your intention with a series of questions so that all of the decisions that you make as you're going through your closet are aligned with your personal style, your values, and any wardrobe or style goals that you have or that you want to set out for yourself. I think this is also a really important step because the more you do it and ask yourself these questions, the closer and more comfortable you will be with understanding what you love, what works, your personal style, all that fun stuff. Number one, has my lifestyle changed? It's really important that your closet actually suits the life that you're living. The second question is, has my work wardrobe changed? Perhaps you just got a promotion and your current pieces aren't cutting it. Next, has my personal style changed, or do I want to change it or take it in a different direction? I think this is an especially important one because it's so important that the pieces that we decide to keep or that are just in general in our closet, that they match how we want to feel and how we want to present ourselves to the world. And finally, do I have any wardrobe goals? These wardrobe goals can be as simple as, perhaps adding a little bit more color because you find you have too many neutrals. Or they can be as ambitious as really trying to narrow down your closet to a set color palette or trying out a capsule wardrobe for the first time. I love asking myself those questions. I think they are so helpful. And I think that's why I don't necessarily call this like a closet purge or a closet cleanse, because it's not just about getting rid of garments and feeling lighter and all this stuff, because I don't think you've actually made a mental shift in how you see your wardrobe. Whereas when you start off with asking yourself these questions, it really does set that intention before you even jump in. Now it's time to actually go in and assess your garments. Start with the first section that you've chosen, and it's totally up to you whether you want to take out all of the pieces in that section and put them on your bed and go through them that way. I tend to simply take the garment off the rack and I have a look at it. If it's a hard yes, I don't try the garment on, I keep it on the hanger or whatever and I put it back. If it's a hard no, I decide whether it's in good enough condition to be consigned or donated, or if it's not, if there are stains and rips, I never ever throw out garments or clothing. I try and find a way to repurpose it, and alternatively, some thrift store locations do affiliate themselves with textile recyclers. It just means that clothes aren't actually going to landfill, which is so important. Little fun fact actually, 95% of all discarded clothing in the US could be recycled into something else. If the garment is a maybe, I try it on, and then I ask myself the following questions. Actually, there's a whole lot of questions here, so maybe just pick the ones which resonate with you the most. And I'm probably missing some, so definitely comment below if there are little prompts that you ask yourself to determine if you keep or let go of a garment. The first question is, does this garment serve any of my core lifestyle activities? Are you someone who goes to the gym all the time, so you need to have a pretty good athletic section of your closet? Or maybe you are a corporate lawyer, so you need a lot of structured power suits, that kind of thing. The garment really has to serve you and what you do often. The second question is, can I create 3 or more outfits with this item? Perhaps it's just a question of styling and getting creative with that garment and thinking about it in ways that you haven't before. The next question is one of my favorites. Does this garment suit my personal style or the direction in which I want to take my personal style? The next question is, does this garment suit my wardrobe goals? And this could be, as we mentioned, you know, perhaps you're trying to migrate towards a different color palette, but it also helps ask the question if that piece is redundant. If you're simply trying to minimize your closet, do you already have a garment that is very similar, that is serving the same purpose? Seeking out redundancies is a great and easy way to minimize your closet fast. The next question is a good realistic one to ask yourself, and I have trouble with this one as well. Am I willing to spend the time and money to have it altered if it's a problem with fit? I've had several items in the trunk of my car to get altered, and if they've been sitting there for more than a month or two, I know it's time to let them go. I'm not really going to invest that time and energy if I haven't done it already. Another great question that I probably should have started with is, number 1, does it fit? And not just does it fit? Does it fit you in a way that makes you feel incredible? Does it show off all of the parts of you that you want to show off? And finally, if I saw this garment hanging in a store today, would I buy it? If all of those, or any combination of those questions, still don't get you to a final yes or no with that maybe piece, what I like to do with these pieces that I'm not sure about is I have actually a little basket in my closet, and I put items that I'm not so sure if I want to let go of in that basket. And then throughout the rest of the season, if I think about that garment, then it's still in my maybe pile, I'm gonna wear it, I can keep it in regular rotation. However, if a season or a year has gone by and I haven't even looked at any of the garments in that maybe basket, then I know for sure it's time for them to go. And there's one thing that I always tell myself when I'm determining whether or not to keep a piece, and that is that, you know what? What's the worst that can happen if I actually let go of a garment and end up regretting it? Like, is it the end of the world? Really? Am I gonna starve? Am I gonna not be able to see my family and enjoy life? No. And the unfortunate reality of a fashion industry that is still geared towards pumping out new fashion every year is that chances are you'll probably find something that you love just as much. So it's not the end of the world if you end up giving away an item that perhaps you'll want to wear another day. You know, Let's be real. Once you've gone through that section and asked yourself all these wonderful questions, maybe you've even written some of them down, I think it's really important that you also take time to assess where are the gaps in your closet. What are the items that you're really missing that could help build a couple of other outfits? And maybe through this process you've come to recognize silhouettes or textures and fabrics and colors that you really like on yourself and that you've kind of rediscovered or just discovered. I think it's really important, depending on what type of learner you are, to either write these down and keep them on your phone or in your closet with your shopping list, which I hope you have. Once it's time to start filling those gaps and slowly building your closet, you'll be able to keep those things in mind and start making purchase decisions that are more intentional. I hope these tips helped you. That concludes today's video. I hope you found it helpful. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. I also thought I would mention that I do have a downloadable PDF that outlines all of the steps that I went through in today's video in case you'd prefer that. I'll link to it down below. You do have to sign up for my newsletter, but I will be totally unoffended if you decide to unsubscribe just so that you can get the download. I also thought I would follow up this video with items that I've brought into my closet and how I'm styling them for the new season, and a third video in this series about how to merchandise your closet to make it feel more like a boutique and easier to shop your own clothes. Let me know if those are subjects or videos that you would be interested in. And in the meantime, hit thumbs up, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back next week with another slow fashion video. Ciao!